Hey, welcome to another edition of MiniGov Guide GIS Leadership Lunch and Learn. We are up to episode 14, and today we're going to talk about the 5 steps of analytic process. We have been, the City of Riverside has received a non-monetary grant from the What Works City initiative, which is a partnership between Bloomberg, Sunlight Foundation, Results for America, and John Hopkins University, and it was providing free consulting to focus on specific initiatives in the city through 3 mechanisms. And one of those mechanisms is policy, the second one is open data, and the third performance metrics. And we focused our efforts around combating homelessness, and we've made a lot of progress, and it's been a really great relationship with these partners. And today we had Sheila Dugan from the John Hopkins University come on site and do some training with us, and she did a training on the 5 steps of analytics process. So I wanted to share that with you. It was really interesting and a great way to define what the problems are through a statement, and the process to work through the solutions efforts that go into that. So the first one of the 5 steps is structure, and that's where you want to identify the problem. You want to consider the full picture of the problem too, not just the direct pinpoint of a problem, but you want to look at the whole process, the whole full picture, to make sure you're not missing anything. You definitely want to talk to others and get their perspectives on what these problems may be to help define that particular problem and develop a problem statement. The second one is explore. You want to identify the data sources and see what data sets are out there, start collecting the data and even validating it, and to make sure that it may be quantifiable enough, have enough quality to be able to give you some results that you're looking for as a solution. The third one is analyze. So you want to summarize the data with statistics, identify those trends and anomalies. All of us in GIS, we're really good at that. We definitely have the tools to do that. Definitely showing some heat maps and showing those anomalies that hang off to the side. We can really produce a lot of great analysis through the statistics. Now that Esri has insights, you can use that application to really show the power of data and the solutions that can come out of that. So you want to try to answer the initial question. Does your results answer that initial statement of a problem? If it doesn't, go back to the data sources, go back to uncovering any data sets that may help solve that problem. The fourth one, reveal. You want to share and communicate your findings. We're really good at using story maps. You can create a display and graphics to help represent the story you're trying to say. Does your story reveal and result come from the process that you've gone through, and does it solve the problem statement? And that can also, you want to identify the next potential steps too in the process. The fifth and final is deploy. So you want to track the progress of the solution. Does the solution actually go against the project objective? Does that solve a problem? Was it successful? Those things are important through the deployment. So those were the 5. So you got structure, explore, analyze, reveal, and deploy. And Sheila did a great job using real world, our own city examples of problems and how this relates, and we can create these problem statements, and it was very beneficial. It was a packed house. Everyone really enjoyed her discussion and training on this. Lastly, there are some implementation tips on this analysis progress. process. First one is don't rush it. Definitely get the full perspective. You definitely want to talk to others. You want to answer those targeted questions. And lastly, analyze your analysis. Does it make sense? Does it really solve the problem? Or maybe the problem statement isn't quite as clear. Or maybe the data sources aren't quite efficient for the solution that you're trying to provide. So anyways, that's it for this week's GS Leadership Lunch and Learn. I really hope this has resonated with you. I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day watching my videos. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, give me a share. I really appreciate it. Those are motivators for me to just keep going. Really have been enjoying this process. If you want more on GS leadership, you can always go to the website, munigovguy.com. We're also on Facebook.com/munigovguy. We're also on Twitter, @munigovguy. And lastly, we're on LinkedIn as well. And we have the GIS Leadership Lab. So if you want to do a more deep dive into GIS on LinkedIn, on leadership, definitely look us up there and go ahead and subscribe and join. Anyways, you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week or maybe later this week. There's a little more extra stuff I want to share with you guys, so stay tuned. Take care.